Hey y'all, it's Steve, Hobo with Wood. And this is going to be a short video showing you how I do a very simple design and create a really nice piece of artwork that would be treasured throughout the family for quite some time. So hang around. Did I mention this was going to be a free file? Don't go anywhere. Alright, so like I said, we're going to make this a short video, so let's just jump straight into LightBurn. Alright, so I've got my LightBurn open, I've got a new project file. Now this artwork I'm going to have available for you to download for free. Get my tree of life, add it to the project. Now I want to add a list of names and family members. We're going to create an actual family tree. So let's do font, and we'll do let's pick our font. Do that one. Alright, now we've got that font. I need to position that over here under the tree because this is going to be the roots of the family tree. We'll bring her down here like so. We need to center it. Hold our shift button, select the whole thing, and now center it. There we go. Now I'm going to take her up just a little bit like that. Can we make her just a little bit bigger? That's good. Alright, now we need to do an offset of this. We're going to do a 2mm offset. So offset, we're going to do outer shapes only, outward, and we need to do 2mm. We do not want to delete the original objects. We do want to select the resulting objects. Say OK. Now we're going to put that on a cut path. And now with that selected, we're going to hold our shift key and select the tree and weld those together. There we go. Now that created a bunch of these little bitty guys in here. But I'm going to show you in a minute how to clean all this up in one foul swoop. We're not going to worry about that right now. Alright, and now let's do the kiddos. Let's do put that on the black layer. Double Alt. There we go. Bring it down. We're going to put, this is the newborn, so we're going to put her up here at the top of the tree. And do an offset, the same offset, 2mm. Select the resulting objects, do not delete, just say OK, put that right on the cut path. And select our tree, weld it in right here. Boolean union of two shapes, A plus B, weld that together. Again, there's these little bitty anomalies in there, but we're going to clean all that up. Alright, now let's go with our next little youngin. Add that to the black layer. Put her over here. Do an offset. Same situation. Put it on the red layer. Hold our shift key and select the tree and weld it all together. And then we got one more. Okay. Put that on the black layer. And this is the eldest. And let's put him here. Do an offset. Put it up, say OK. Put that on the red layer. And select our tree and weld it together. Okay, now we've got those in there and they're all the same size font. Now we need to add the family name. we're going to put this in all caps. Put that on the black layer, and it's going to be quite a bit larger. Hold my shift key, make sure she's centered. Align the center, done. There we go, that's better. Alright, now select just that font. Go to the same offset again. Put it on the red layer and weld it. Okay, now we got all these little bitty anomalies, like this little piece right here. We don't need that there. And a few of the, in fact, I'm going to clean up a lot of these in here too. I want to keep that intact and not quite so messy. But first thing I want to do is let's address all these little guys that are hanging around we just don't want. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to select the red layer and I'm going to ungroup it all. Now I'm going to find a small piece that I don't want, and let's say this piece right here. Now come up here to your tools and select shapes smaller than selected. Now that just selected all those little bitty small anomalies around, not just around Scarlet, but around every single piece on this design that meets that criteria. So it's getting rid of that, getting rid of that. So that is a cool tool. Select, go to tools, select shape smaller than selected. Okay, so now I just undone it. So select it again, go back to tools, select shape smaller than selected, and now just simply hit the delete button. And I cleaned all that up. All that's gone. Now I just want to look around the letters here to make sure this looks just as clean and as neat as possible for the engraving. I'm probably going to, I'm not going to delete this one, but I am going to alter it. I'm going to get rid of it a little bit, just a little bit. Let's go into node editing, and we're going to draw a selector tool around the top half of that, and now hit the letter D. And that just got rid of a bunch of that, and now we're going to change it up just a little bit. We're going to bring that over here and bring this one down here. Select that guy and get rid of him. Hit the letter D to get rid of it. And now we're going to hit the letter S to smooth these out. Smooth. And there we go. Okay, I like that better. Elijah looks good. We'll get all of these cleaned up down here. Yep, now I'm going to change a few things because this is going to be cut out probably in maybe about an 8 or 10 inch disc. So this is actually going to be a relatively small piece. In fact, we just select the whole thing, and right now we put it, right now it's at 12 inches. Let's bring her down to 10 inches. I should have had my aspect ratio a lot, but there we go. Alright, so now that's the actual size. So if we measured, just for giggles, so you'll know what I'm talking about, this piece right here, this opening, this little gap, 1/100th or right at 2/100ths of an inch. Let's go to millimeters. Less than half a millimeter. That's not going to be that visible from 10 feet away, and it's going to be a little tough getting that cut out and cleanly, I should say, when you go to pull it apart, depending on what material you're working with. So look, we're going to get rid of that. I'm just going to ungroup that again. All right, it's already ungrouped. Now just say select node editing, and I'm just going to draw a rectangle around those nodes and hit the letter D. Not the delete button, but the letter D. There we go. And that cleaned that up. I can bring this one little node up just a little bit. I don't want to make that too narrow at that point, then we're just recreating the same issue again. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to get rid of these. Hit the letter D after selecting them. And this right here is a mess. That looks better. That looks better. And you know what? I'm just going to try to square these off right here. Like that. Okay, that all looks pretty good. I'm on the fence about this piece up here above. I'm just gonna get rid of it. There we go. All right, now let's go back. There we go. I'm gonna get rid of these internals. Just selecting them and hitting the delete button. I'm going to edit this one. But all of them that are internal, I'm getting rid of. And this is just personal preference. You may not do this on your design. That needs to be edited. That needs to be edited. Okay, now let's start editing. Simply select that, go into Node Edit, and select all those, and hit the letter D. Bye-bye. And I'm just going to play with this a little bit, just show you what can be done, how you can do it. I'm actually going to insert a node by hitting the letter I and bring this down here like that. Told you I want to keep this a short video, so we're going to wrap this editing up and move on to the next process. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. Alright, so that's ready to be sent to the laser and cut out and engraved. Now I'm going to be cutting this out of Paduke, about 1/8 inch thick solid Paduke, engrave it. Then I'm going to go back and fill in the engraving with a paint. Now that I've got that design ready, let's go to our select tool, select the entire thing, hit Control D to duplicate it, bring it over here. We're going to group that together because that is the finished piece. Now this piece is just that outline and the outer perimeter. We'll set that off to the side and select all that and delete it. Alright, So that quick, and now I've got 2 layers. I'm going to cut this back piece out of solid hard maple. It's going to be 1/4 inch solid hard maple with the 1/8 inch Badook that's engraved and hand painted glued to the top of that, and then put a wall hanger on the back, and that can either be used on an easel for a final desk piece, or it's a nice piece of wall art. All right, so to send this to the laser, go to the paint room, get everything done, and let's show you a finished product. Okay, so like I said, we're going to keep this one a short video, so we're not going to show you all the finished work and all of the glue ups and the watching the paint dry. But this is a real simple, easy to do design. I'm going to give you a link in the show more section below that will allow you to download this artwork for free, and it's going to be on my website, hobowithwood.com. While you're there, you might take a look. There are some other free files on there where I've got some free clamps that you can cut out of your scrap material and make some clamps for glue up. A couple other free files that are on there. I think it's a free welcome sign and other stuff. But don't get just the free stuff. Take a second. There might be a few files on there you really like, and your support would be greatly appreciated. So, without further ado, it's still a little damp, so I'm using my easel. Let's see if I can do this without spilling it. There we go, folks. That's solid Badook 1/8 inch engraved and then hand painted, and then glued to 1/4 inch solid maple, hard maple. Turned out pretty nice. And like I said, you can display it on the easel just as it is here, or you put a little alligator clip on the back and make that a little piece of wall art. So guys, I have broken 5,000 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My patrons are really what make this channel happen. I am blessed to have the patrons that I do have. The patrons see files like this quite often, usually once, twice a week, and they're free to the different tiers of the patrons depending on which files I give away and how many. Your best deal is to become a gold patron, $20 a month, and you're going to be getting free files several times a month. And I promise you, they're worth it. The quality is there, because I do not put anything out there that I have not made and tested repeatedly myself. So I'm not just generating files to generate revenue. I make these files, design them from scratch, and make them and share them with you guys. So take a chance. Just look through everything that's on hobowithwood.com. You might find something you appreciate. I would appreciate your support. Consider becoming a supporter of this channel at patreon.com/hobowithwood. That link will be in the show more as well. And until the next video, I'm out.